Hi, family. I've been reading my word, and something I read in Matthew really spoke to me. And the Holy Spirit really wants me to just kind of share the message that I got. It's going to be in Matthew 14. And this is after the beheading of John the Baptist. And this is where Jesus withdraws and goes away. But in here in verse 13, where Matthew 14:13, he says, when Jesus heard about it, he withdrew from there by boat to a remote place to be alone. When the crowds heard this, they followed him on foot from the towns. When he went ashore, he saw a large crowd, had compassion on them, and healed their sick. When the evening came, the disciple approached him and said, this place is deserted, and it is already late. Send the crowds away so they can go into the village and buy food for themselves. They don't need to go away, Jesus told them. You give them something to eat. And what I really got from this is how many times, even in Jesus' hardest time, he still had compassion for people. He still put others and the love for others above what he needed was to go grieve for John the Baptist. But how many times us as believer don't do that? We see someone and they may look sad and we give them a pat on the back, say, I'll pray for you, and we walk away. But maybe that's the time for us that the Lord is saying, we need to stop. We need to stop and just take this time to truly show compassion on people and listen to the story they have, that they're going through some sort of turmoil in their life. And instead of throwing a Bible verse at them or pushing them on the way, maybe because you're late, you have, your kids have sports or whatever that situation is, I believe that the Lord is saying here that no matter what comes, his love and compassion that he gave, that we also need to be, because we are the church. And when we think of the church as only the building on Sunday that we go to, and we stop carrying these values around, and we're too busy in our lives to truly stop and love and care for one another and truly check in. How many times have you scrolled through someone's Facebook who's been sad and posting things that are troubling to your heart, but you scroll on by? Do you think the Lord is going to care more about that, that track practice that's you're a little bit late to, or he's going to care more that you stop in that time to call and reach out to someone to make sure that they're okay, that they know that the Lord loves them, that you love them? Truly, if anything I take away from the word, it is to love one another, like as Jesus says. And truly, that's kind of what I got from this message, that we're so quick, like the disciples, to send people off and not truly caring about what people are going through, because we're just so stuck in our own world and the things that we have planned are on list. So the next time you see someone, truly, are you asking them how your day is going to really get the answers that you want, which is just, oh, I'm good? Or are you asking them with a heart that's open and receptive to hear their story, to comfort them the way Jesus would comfort us? So I just think everyone kind of needs to be reminded of truly what the Lord put us here to do. And it's not about this hustling, bustling life. It's really to love and care for one another and show compassion, because I know that one day when I see the Lord and I'm in his kingdom, I want him to say, well done. I want him to recognize that I fed him when he was hungry, that I love my brother and sisters. So if you need to take a minute of my time, take a minute of my time. Take 5, take 10 if that's what you really need. And so I'm here for anyone who needs it. And the next time you are seeing someone who is in a really bad spot, or someone who's seeking the attention, give them that a little bit of attention that they need. I'm not saying like attention like a child throwing tantrum, but someone truly who just wants to be heard and validated. Because in this world, so many people feel so unheard, and that's why the suicide rates are so high. That's why the depression rate, the anxiety. So instead of us send them off to some psychiatrist or therapist to give them medication, maybe if we just take the time to sit back and listen to them and love them the way Jesus did, I truly believe that these people, these suicide rates, this depression, it would totally, I'm not going to say it's going to be completely erased, because that's not realistic, but how many more of those people would be saved if we truly as human beings cared and loved one another the way Jesus did? Jesus was going through a hard time himself. but he had compassion on them and he still healed them. So the next time you see someone and they say they're good but they don't look good, ask a little bit more. Maybe they'll open up. Just, you never know. The amount of people that actually do talk to me, because I'm not patting myself on the back, but because the Holy Spirit convicts me to just stay a little bit longer and to maybe just probe a little bit more. And you can definitely read the person if they're ready for it, but truly sometimes people just need a shoulder to really lean upon, and they will express what's in their heart. And I just truly believe that that's what the Lord has. I may not be able to say everything that the Lord wants me to, or I may not say it correctly, but I do want to share this message. I think so often we focus here on the feeding of the 5,000, of the miracle that he did and how he's able to produce all this food, and people ate and they were satisfied, and we skipped over these words so quickly and we don't get the message that's really in here. But this past few months I've been asking the Lord, why am I in this situation? What's really going on here? What is the purpose? Reveal your plan to me, and why. And today he revealed, I've been praying to him and he really revealed exactly what he wanted me to know about my situation, what was going on, and why this is the passage that he led me to read. So truly, I just believe that people are just struggling so much these days with different things that are tormenting their heart. And if we just take the time to really not just be a good Christian or believer by going to church and patting yourself on the back that I'm serving on a ministry, but truly loving. I'm not saying don't serve, don't take me wrong, but truly also listening and seeing people for what they're worth. And the way that God our Father loves us is the way we love other people. So I just pray everyone has a good night, and I pray, I'm sorry that this one's a little bit longer than what I expected, but I truly pray that you hear the message that the Lord has for you. And I love you, and he loves you, and he's always waiting with open arms for you. Good night, guys. Bye.